All right, hey everyone, welcome to a 2v2 lockout on Bingo Bash. We've got a Team A for Apple Freezer and Senor Tapir, and Team B for Binpars and the Real Noman. With
There you
me
go.
on comms is also Mules. What's up, man?
Yeah, what up? What up? This is gonna be really exciting. This is gonna be a row control, and for those that don't know what row control is, basically the two teams are fighting for who can get the majority of squares, majority being three, in all 5 rows. And so columns don't really matter here, diagonals don't really matter. It's really just the 5 rows left to right. And the first team to get 3 squares in 3 rows will win, basically. In order to take control of a row, you need to get 3 squares. In order to win the match, you need to have control of 3 rows.
I'm
So
telling you right now, we're not gonna have a 9 square win.
yeah, I was gonna say theoretically, some team could get 9 squares and just clinch it out, and just end the game right there. But I also don't think we're gonna be seeing that. So let's take a look at this board. 16 shrines,
We've
any
also got a 10
boomerang.
shrines.
Yeah, those are gonna.
So
If
someone
someone
on each
goes for a
team
row,
is going to be on shrine duty, I think.
yeah, and whoever's doing that, if they're gonna go for row 1, they're probably gonna go for row 3, and vice versa.
Picture memories for sure. Oh, they're gonna fight for Boko equipment early. But
Yeah,
that one's on the same row as a divine beast. Rough.
yeah, that is.
Well, there's also undefeated champ, which is another divine beast.
Yeah, that. So if anyone's doing a divine beast, oh well, I mean, they could maybe think like
Well,
if you
so
get think about it, if you get Boko equipment, right? Like you could probably rush to do Meadow and kill a Frost Talus pretty quick, I think. Or
true.
maybe replace one of those with Pure Mushroom Soup if
But
you have the other person do
7
it.
towers, man. Row
Yeah, that
4 is
takes a
gonna
long
be
time.
row 4 seems like one of the longest ones.
Yeah, Barbarian Armor 1 star. That's not easy. I mean, he's definitely a little bit of travel time. I
I
forget.
mean,
Let me
that
look
row
up.
requires the camera too.
To get Barbarian Armor. Oh, that row. Oh yeah,
For
yeah.
yeah,
20
yeah,
creatures. Yeah.
for
Oh, 20
compendium.
creatures
Yeah,
suck.
you see.
That
Oh
one,
man,
dude,
this is
like
rough.
10 creatures is like not fun, but 20 creatures is like, wait, there's 20 creatures in this game? Oh man. Oh wait, no, it's creatures, not monsters. It's
Wild
creatures,
Horses is a good
still not great.
giveaway though.
Yeah. I really think out of all the rows, I'm trying to think like which one's gonna be the first one to fall. And I
Haber
would,
Koroks is also really important because getting 12 is 2 squares off the bat.
yeah. I think row 1 is probably the fastest one on this board because you can get a boomerang, get the 6 Hebracorox. Um, so oof, yeah, I mean, there's always that one square that's just brutal in every row though. It's like 16 shrines, Flamebreaker 1 star, uh, Barbarian 1 star, Divine Beast, Undefeated Champ. So it'll be
It's gonna
interesting
be
to
rough, man.
see. It'll be interesting to see if the team that gets the control of the row is going to avoid doing the hard one at all costs, or try to force the hard one to be the 5th row. You know what I mean?
So what do you think? You think Team Switzerland is gonna be on beasts and Team US is gonna be on shrines? I make that
Well,
joke because each team has one Swiss and one US.
yeah.
And Jason lined them up for us too.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I I don't know, because like I know Apple really likes Naboris, so I wouldn't be
Apple
surprised
loves
to see him do it.
rushing divine beasts
Yeah,
too.
and
So I could see that being a quick play from Apple, like just rushing a divine beast, and then
mhm.
probably Tapir would go for camera, because that's going to have to be a strat. It's like someone goes immediately to grab the camera, and someone else is like rushing beasts. And oh man, who's doing shrines? This is tough, man.
It is.
Routing seems so hard for this.
Yeah,
We're
this is.
we're, we're confused, just me and you. I cannot imagine.
Yeah, like 6. So 10. It says 10 shrines, but the 4 ones on plateau count. So like all these
Yeah.
all these runners could easily do 6 shrines pretty quick.
Well,
But
but so
16
they have to route
shrines,
that in
yeah,
to everything else they're doing.
true. Yeah, so they're probably gonna send each team is gonna send someone to camera probably right away. and then the other people are probably going to start rushing on like the quick goals. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like 2 go to CAC and 2 go to Castle like right off the start. Because like
could
I
see
said,
that
I
easily.
really think row 1 is the fastest. Like
Oh,
getting
easily.
if you're able to get Boomerang and Zelda's Diary and then either 10 creatures or 6 Hyperkoroks, which I would think you could get 6 Hyperkoroks before you get 10 creatures.
Well, you could grab a boomerang off of plat. Like you just go to
True.
the
True.
bridge. So like that's a quick one. You know, those are ones that they should prioritize.
Hmm.
Actually, like early on.
Yeah, I mean, imagine clutching row 4 with the fast Boko equipment off the start, and then you get cream of mushroom soup, and then you have your other teammate kill a Frost Dallas. Like that would be a really fast one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some non-creative runners today. They couldn't think of
All
a
right,
team
they're
name.
off. Who's getting Boko equipment first?
Looks like Apple. It seemed like Zimpar's jumped off and died.
That's what it looks like to me too. So,
It's kind
oh
of an
man.
unfortunate start for Team B.
Point one for Team Swiss.
Um,
I guess, you know.
we do need to enable score overrides because they don't actually have 1 point yet. Once they
Yeah,
get the 3 in 1 row, they'll get that row.
it's like 1 out of 5 to 1 point. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And that row in particular will be a while before we see claimed. I am going to say that right now.
But yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see how fast they're all going for basically the same opener, more or less. Rushing to get some peppers over here, get a pot lid, get an axe. Tapir
Yeah,
opting to get the any percent axe and not the old man's axe.
I know a few of them prefer the quote unquote any percent way of getting items. Oh, is Tapir off already?
Yeah, I think this is smart. I
Yeah, there we
cannot
go.
expect. I think getting off a plateau as fast as humanly
Instantly,
possible
exactly.
is really important in bingo, and this is such a smart play. Right now, he's the closest one to Zelda's Diary by a long shot, and he could get a boomerang pretty quickly.
Exactly. Really good move by Team A here.
Yeah. Seems like
He's going for straight for castle.
yeah. I'm not really sure what Apple's
Oh,
going for. Maybe a beetle? Yeah, okay. So that kind of implies he's going to be making an attack up food, possibly for. Actually, I'm not really sure why he would get that because if he was planning on doing Naboris, then he would just get the bananas. So maybe he's thinking about doing Meadow.
Meadow is the fastest, so that's
Yeah.
what I would assume would be the next beast.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Tapir's gonna have a really easy edge here because
He's going straight for the boomerang too. Like just
yeah, not even wait.
straight for it. Yeah, he's
Tapir
getting
probably thinks he's
absolutely
racing.
nothing. He's getting absolutely nothing
Tapir
except
doesn't realize what kind of lead he has here. He is the only one off of plat right now.
yeah.
No one's racing you for that boomerang.
Where is Zen right now? Is he?
All right.
Royal
Royal
Guard. I
Guard
forgot
too.
about that. Wow. Yeah, Tapir is actually going to get some big value out of this. Holy, he's forcing such a constraint on them early on in the game by getting squares in 3 rows.
Well, yeah, it's going. There's going to be the third one, and Tapir will also have quick access to Zelda's diary as well.
Okay. And okay, so Zimpar's he's just off a plateau, just to the left of it, kind of near Cryo Shrine. And he killed Owiz Robe. So they are on the board now. Takes the pressure off a little bit, but they're gonna see this boomerang pick up from Tapir as he misses the sneak strike. So he'll have to slash him to death, but he gets it.
All right, there's the boomerang.
That was 4 really fast goals right at the start.
Dude, in like less than 4 minutes.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting because he's gonna pick up Zelda's Diary too, which is gonna make going for row 1 really difficult. Really difficult.
Like Zen is going to be Shrine Guy on Team B.
Yep. I think Noman is the only one still on plat. He's probably gonna grab these ice arrows, and I would imagine he's gonna head straight to CAC.
Yeah, that would be the smart play because I Not sure which way Apple is Apple doing the same thing?
It looks like Apple might be the shrine guy on Team A because he's headed
Yeah,
to what is it, Swagakata, or I forget the shrine names. It's that one by the
Maybe?
stable. You know,
Yep, that's right.
we all Riverside Stable. We all know what we're talking about.
Definitely. Oh, he's doing Beetle.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't even see that square. That makes sense.
Yep.
Shout out to Ariel for saying that.
Which is good because at this point, Noman and Zin need to claim some squares on the other rows. They're playing they're gonna have to play really reactively.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Wow.
Oh,
This is a really strong start from Team A. They're gonna have 2 done on 2 rows, which
well, and
really puts a lot of pressure on
so the smart move would be to rush Ridgeland Koroks.
Hebra or Ridgeland.
No, Ridgeland for Team A. If they take Ridgeland Koroks, which is the fastest one on that row, they claim the row.
Okay. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. Gotcha.
And that stops anyone from having to do undefeated champ.
That's true. That's a good point.
So if I were Team A, I would prioritize going to grab 9 Ridgeland Koroks.
And
'Cause
like 9 Ridgeland Koroks is not, it's not that bad, and it's also really close to Hebra too. So then you could just,
exactly, they could start on the Hebra Koroks.
yeah. Both players in Team B doing coming attack
Shrine?
right now. Yeah, they're the
Yeah,
same shrine actually. They both want the money, I guess. Get their
it's
diamond and
important.
go. To Pier, making quick work of this moblin, and then going to read the diary while
Yep,
we have 3 monks almost synced up
and
on the other screens.
there we go. So that's Team A with 2 squares on 2 rows already. Insane.
Yeah. Um, trying to figure out why this score.
It's counting total squares
Yeah,
and
but like we should be able to like
yeah, how
have the
to
ability
override it.
to we have the ability to override it, but it's not working for some reason. I
That's
do
all
know.
right.
Is
So
this
chat,
team?
as far as it goes right now, we've got Team A close to getting 2 points, but technically both teams are at 0.
Yeah.
We will see how it goes.
So it looks like Zimpars is set up for BTB. Kind of. This is a little different than the setup I normally see. Looks like he may be going for like ancient columns.
Yeah, Tapir is off, and I'm curious to see which direction he goes because there are good options everywhere. I still think Ridgeland is the best play, but I could see a Hebra or Elden play.
Yeah. I think he's trying to decide too. He kind of took a sec. He's kind of taking a second to think, I think. Oh, and Noman taking an unfortunate death there. So Zimpar's BTB to Mount Satori. Probably just gonna collect some durians to stock up for the rest of the bingo, so he doesn't have to worry about food.
That's a good idea.
And Apple finishing off another shrine. I think he's at 2 now. So what a strong start though for Apple and
Literally
Fear.
insane. Like Tapir's move to go straight to castle off of plat was 5 head.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ooh. Zimpar's accidentally blown up his circle right when he placed it, so he's gonna lose a durian for that, but didn't die though, so it's not the end of the world.
All right, there we go. Here are the Koroks. So we got one.
Where is he? Does that count as original? I can't really tell where he is.
I don't know either. I'm assuming that it's Ridgeland.
It's gotta be, right? There's no way he's not close enough to be a Hebra. I thought he was in like the woodland region, but I'm assuming he's got the map open, so
Well, and I assume that's what the wait was for. Yeah, it looks the location looks good for Richland.
okay.
Yeah, he's on the area that's like right to the west of castle. And there it looks to be maybe like about 7 easy Koroks around there.
Yeah.
So there will need to be some moving, but overall it's a good strat.
Mm-hmm.
Rushing these Koroks will pretty much secure them that row.
Oh yeah. Celestial Dreamer, no, columns don't count. So right now it's only the 5 rows going across.
Yeah, so this is row control. So as of right now, no team has any points. But the moment Team A gets one more square in row 5 or row 1, they'll claim it.
I think the first row is going to be
It's
probably
be
row 5, right? Like there's no way they I think it's basically over for row 5 in terms of
yeah,
Zimpars and Noman. There's just no way they're going to be able to catch up because they're not close enough to original Koroks to be able to pull it off with the PR already started like this. So
exactly.
my guess is they're just going to give up on row 5 and focus all their attention on like row 2, 3, and 4.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea for either Noman or Zin to go for like Hebra Koroks right now.
Yeah, if
For
Zin
example.
rushed Hebra Koroks right now, they
They
would
they
be
would
in a
be able
really
to
good
hold
spot.
it off for a
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Because that's the quickest square on that row. Everything else will require getting the camera or just continuing completion of shrines.
Yeah. Clean midair from Noman there. Love to see it. See, yeah,
So,
like
1/3 of the way for Tapir.
Zin is taking stops to do shrines, and I just don't think that's the play. I think Russian 6 Hebra Koroks
Exactly.
just so that way they have to take a little bit longer. They have more of an investment to finish that row off.
Well, so here's the thing, right? Think about it from Team B's perspective. Do they might just be assuming that it's a wash.
Yeah.
Like that one of them is going for Hebra Koroks and the other one is going for Ridgeland Korok. So why would they waste their time trying to beat them if they've already started?
True. So just race them to the 10 shrines.
Yeah. Since that's what Zin's already started on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that's the thought process here. Though, you know, rushing those Koroks probably wouldn't have been a bad idea.
Apple having a little bit of hard time here doing the skip at Dakatus.
Actually, I'd say Hebra in particular would be a good idea to rush, because even if you don't get 6, if the other person gets 6 and you're close, then you can race them to 12.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, the worst enemy in the game. Not even an elemental variant. I hate Keith, man.
Keys are pretty annoying. But I don't know. Any enemy with a spear can be incredibly deadly.
I think the Frost Talus would be a good idea as well for Team B.
Yeah, that would definitely disrupt a lot of the stuff that.
It would at least give them more board control.
Mm-hmm. Because by them getting, if Team B was to get Frost Talus, right, one team would eventually get Creamy Mushroom Soup, but then it still comes down to 7 towers or Divine Beast, which is a huge investment.
Exactly. Which is good because you want those investments near the end.
Yeah. Noman kind of headed towards Sokofi right now. He's just north of Lanru Tower. Interested to see. It looks like he's going to be going for Flamebreaker boots, so he's going to be making sure that they secure row 2.
Well, and that's
Zenpars is still just working on shrines.
Because he can also, Noman can also grab an elixir to grab 2 squares on that row.
Good point. Good point. Wow, I didn't realize the synergy with that row of having Fireproof Elixir and Flamebreaker boots 1 star is really interesting.
Exactly. It's not bad at all. And actually that row in particular, you have to grab the camera anyway. Yeah,
Well,
I don't
actually,
hate
no,
it.
they don't. If they get those, this will be interesting to see if Noman decides to go for Flamebreaker or just to get the Fireproof Elixir, right? Because if he marks off Fireproof Elixir, Apple and Tapir will see that and just be like, "All right, Row 2's
They'll just
gone."
give up. Yeah, they'll just
Yeah,
give
like
up on
they're
Elgin.
gonna be like, "We're not gonna be able to get. They're already gonna get Flamebreaker boots before us, so we're not gonna even go." But then instead of going for Flamebreaker boots, they could just get camera because they're gonna need it anyways for 20 creatures in Row 3. So
I actually wouldn't be surprised if we go this match without anyone grabbing the camera.
oh, I don't know.
It could happen.
It could. What would you do for Row 3? You do Gerudo Tower, 10 Shrines, and Wild Horses, I guess?
Yeah, Wild Horses is free. Gerudo Tower is not that bad either.
Yeah, no, that's not bad.
You
Wow, I
could
guess
go.
you're
You could get
right.
away with
Yeah, this
not
is probably
grabbing
going
the
to be a
camera.
camera. So the only way this becomes a camera game is if it's the 5th square, right? That's the only case. But you're right. I mean, I could easily see this ending with nobody getting camera, which is kind of wild. But
Well, I mean,
it's
if
a
you
lot
can
of
avoid
time.
talking to Impa, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, it's a huge time sink, so it makes sense. But we say that, and Apple is in Kakariko. Oh no, he just lost skew inside. How do you do this? I've never seen anyone get out of this situation before. Looks like he's trying to get skew from like just the edge there.
It's gonna be
This
rough.
is super. Yeah, this is really rough.
His skew is insanely weak.
Yep. You can get skew off a bomb, but that's also not easy, especially, yep, he's going to
Yeah,
reload.
okay.
That's so rough because when he got a really good wind bomb too, and he had the skew already set up before he went into the shrine.
All right, how many
That's
Koroks is that for
unfortunate.
Tapir? 7.
7.
2 more. 2 more, and that'll be the first row claimed on the board. And then rip most of Gerudo.
Yeah. It looks like Noman is committed to the boots. Wow. That was Zimpar's 6th shrine already. Man, Zimpart is fast. Holy. So this is where both teams are thinking. So this is going to come down to
They're
row
just
4.
gonna commit to their they're gonna commit to
right.
their
I mean, you look at this right, and Apple and Tapir go, yeah, we got row 1 and 5 on lock, and then Tapir and Noman are like, yeah, we probably got we have row 2 on lock. We probably have row 3 on lock. Because 10 shrines is a pretty big pickup there, and especially if they can get either Wild Horses or activate Gerudo Tower, either one will just put them in a basically a guaranteed position to get that row.
But yeah, so what will Zin focus on? I'm curious. Cause like at this point, rushing Hebra Koroks is not a bad idea. But
Yeah, it
I
would
don't
definitely
think they
slow
would
them
ever
down.
come. I'd never like it would slow down Team A for sure.
I feel like whatever team gets cream and mushroom soup here, I'm gonna put my money on. Speaking of which, I don't think we did predictions, but it's
I
kind
think
of
there
late.
was a
Is
prediction.
it too late to do
There
predictions?
was
Oh,
a
there
prediction.
was?
There was
Okay, I
yeah.
missed it. All right, no, we're good. Good call. Good call. Thank you.
We didn't gamble, but the people get to gamble. All right, this should be. Is this Tapir's second to last or last Korok?
Yeah, that's correct, Jason. Once a team does a square, the other team can't do it.
There's
That's it.
9. All right, so that is 1 point on the board for Team A.
Which is Tapir and Apple Freezer.
Yep.
So now one of them just needs to finish. I think Apple is just going to finish out his shrines just to finish the row off because he already committed to it. Ooh, Zimpars misses a midair there and ends up dying. That's unfortunate. But it looks like Noman is rushing to Gerudo. He's setting up a BTB kind of in between Stasis and Cryo right now.
Well, and if Noman can grab Gerudo Tower before Apple or Tapir get it, that would make things a little bit more interesting. Although that row in and of itself isn't too difficult.
Really nice BTB. Really, really nice BTB. Good height from Noman.
What happens when we like everyone?
What was that? Oh, I gotcha. These are Jason's. So this is Gerudo Tower, not Wasteland Tower. Hopefully, Noman doesn't mix them up. He is right next to Wasteland Tower.
I believe it's gonna say you're gonna walk into it.
When does it say it? I feel like it should have said it by now.
Yeah,
You have to
why?
like, you have to like climb it. I don't know.
Yes, you have to get close enough. This is such a debate by the game.
Nice green rupee. Ooh,
Thank
gets a palm fruit though. That's not bad. Decent RNG for Noman. And he looks like he knows. He's not making the mistake. So that's good to
Oh,
see.
thank goodness. All right, Zin should have the horse quest cleared. There we go.
So I think Apple is going for Meadow. And Tapir is gonna go for Hebra Koroks.
Yeah, that's all they need. They have such a big lead.
Tapir going for towers. That's really interesting.
It's not a bad play, but why wouldn't you just make cream of mushrooms?
You got to go all the way to Tenno, and neither one of them have been the CAC, I don't think.
Or okay, actually, just go for Koroks and kill a Frost Talus on the way.
Yeah, actually, I'm actually really Apple was in CAC. He did tell Nick, so I'm actually really surprised he didn't go for cream of mushroom soup. He was maybe he doesn't have ice arrows, maybe, but I thought he picked them up on flat.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he opened that chest.
That's surprising. Towers sucks. It's a deceiving goal. 7 towers, I'll admit, is I think one of the easiest ones, if not the easiest one. I don't know all the tower goals, but
it still takes forever.
It's a long cutscene, and it's for every tower.
It's a long cutscene. It's everyone and the travel distance in between. It depends.
Yeah.
Like if you have goals in between that you are making, it's feasible. But if that's the only thing you're going for, I feel like there's so many smarter alternatives.
Yeah. I think he might be just doing it as like a contingency plan in case they don't end up getting both the Frost Talus and the Divine Beast or something. But even now, like they're both kind of on the same side of the map, right? Like
I don't know why everyone's so aversive to 6 Koroks. It's not that many.
Hebra can be a pain if you don't have the resources, right? If you have absolutely nothing in terms of cold resistance, right? Like you don't even have peppers anymore, and you can't do like cold smuggling with weapons or weapon smuggling with like a lit torch or something. It can be pretty rough, and if you don't have a lot of food, you're not going to make it very far. But you're right. I mean, six Koroks is not that many.
Exactly.
I know they're pretty spread out in Hebra, but
6 Koroks and the Talus.
Yeah.
Would pretty much claim the win. Like, there's no way they're contested at that point.
Noman and Tapir almost syncing up there on game overs. Oh, Apple hitting that tree thing after getting a nice fast one down there. That kind of sucks.
All right, so Noman claiming this should put Team B on the board.
Yeah, well, we tied up 1-1. It really is going to come down. So, like, it's going to come down to row 4, but it's going to be interesting what it comes down to in terms of what
I'm curious
square.
to see what's going to be rushed. Yeah,
because
what Team B rushes is going to make or break things. What is
Look at this? Zinpars is talking to Impa.
Compendium? No, those are picture memories.
Maybe collect 6 picture memories. Maybe, yeah.
That would be it, right? Because there's nothing else. It's picture memories.
Yeah, I guess. But why would you go for picture memories? And I guess is 6 picture memories? That can't be faster than 12 Hebra Koroks. Like
I don't. Definitely not. And
it's 43 seconds per picture memory cutscene.
The fact that Frost Talus is also on the board, right? Zin could easily go to Hebra and try to contest either Koroks or Frost Talus.
Yeah, I don't think they're contesting row 4 hard enough. I don't think they're seeing like how that is going to be their win condition, right? Like, oh yeah, I don't know about this. I think talking to Impo is a really bad play. I
Yeah,
could be wrong, but I just don't see how this is gonna help them get row 4
he was
fast
just
enough.
trying to prove us wrong. The camera wasn't fast for this one.
Yeah, Tapir is just gonna be doing towers for the rest of the game, basically. While oh, it looks like Apple might actually. Is he where I think he is? Is he going to Hebra?
Abramos or well, we assumed Meadow though,
Yeah,
which is
we did. I guess
still
he.
en route.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it looks like he maybe just going to Rito. I thought he's not where I thought he was.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like Apple's gonna go straight for Meadow, which is a very Apple move.
That is a very Apple move. You're right. I think it's
Apple
the
always
smartest
goes
play,
for
right? I mean,
yeah, it's a good one.
they
Well, okay,
they already have some
smartest play is
shrines,
for
right?
the Hefra.
They basically, if they get row 4, they more or less win because they know that they can get at least one. Sorry, Apple trying to win bomb off a Talus as it's coming out of the ground. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. They know that they basically have row 1 guaranteed, right? As soon as they mark 1 square, if row B or team B was to mark 1 square
They'll
on
just
row
march
1, they would be
yeah.
like, okay, we got to finish this real quick. And they could, right? Like, they're both near Hebra, and I think Apple has like a good chunk of shrines to where they could get to 16 pretty quick. I don't know if he actually has as many as Zin, but
Is Zin trying to contest 10 creatures in Compendium?
maybe that might be what he was thinking when he's thinking to get camera. He's gonna go for cream of mushroom soup, and then try to get all 10 creatures super fast. I wouldn't be surprised if he delayed.
Move.
He might go for creatures first, right? Because if he gets cream of mushroom soup, that will tip them off that he's in a tunnel. So he might try to go for creatures first, and then after he gets like 7 or 8 creatures,
Then just go cream of mushroom soup, yeah.
yeah, but he did not get a good BTB there. He's actually going, I think, the almost wrong direction, more or less perpendicular to where he wanted to go.
Don't know if that can be saved. Okay, yeah, it's just gonna be
He's just gonna cancel it in midair once and then land. That's unfortunate, but I still think this is a smart play. Like, they need cream of mushroom soup in order to contest row 4, and if they could snipe, see, like, they can't really snipe row 1, right? Like, even getting 10 creatures in compendium, what does that do for them, right? Like, they would need to get 6 Hebra Koroks before marking that off.
Or Zin would rush shrines because
But that's the thing, though, is like, even if they rush shrines, it just says, all it does is say, as soon as they mark 1 square, right? It's just gonna it's gonna tell Tapir or Apple, either one, probably Tapir though, because I think is better war points. Yeah, it's like, go to Hebra right away. Yeah, like no questions asked. We just need to secure this row.
Yeah, because neither of them are close enough to.
Yeah.
Because Apple stopped doing shrines as soon as Zin got to 10. So I think Apple's sitting at like maybe 7 or something.
Yeah, this will be. I really want to see who's gonna mark off the next square in row 4, because that's gonna determine a lot.
Yeah, it is.
If Tapir and Apple get anything on row 4 before get 2 on row 4 before Zin and Noman, that's gonna really put the pressure on Zin and Noman to get things done really fast, because right now my money is on Tapir and Apple closing this out.
Yeah, I mean they had that early lead already, and it has not really been contested the whole time.
Yeah, they only need 3 more squares to win.
It's so funny that any Boko is like what's like determining.
Yeah, in any kind of lockout like style bingo match, those easy early squares are so pivotal, right? You get so much value out of, what is essentially 10 seconds, not even, of work, right?
Yeah, because it's giving them that foothold in the third row that they need.
Yeah.
So here we go on the camera, and we'll see what Zin rushes. It could be picture memories, but I highly doubt. I think it's going to be creatures.
So here's the thing, though: is Apple has weapon smuggling active with a cold 1x cold resistance, and doesn't look like he's planning on going into Rito. He looks like he's planning on going right into Hebra.
That's the smart play. That will finish the game for them.
Yeah,
Because all they need is 6 Hebra Koroks and a Frost Talus, and it's pretty much over.
yeah, I would agree.
Especially because Tapir is well on his way to getting 7 towers.
Yeah, and there's no way they're going to be able to snipe that. Team
Yeah,
B,
no,
that is.
yeah, no one's gonna be able to contest that one.
Man, all these players are so good. They're all so fast. I mean, look at the timer. We're not even 30 minutes in, and I'm expecting this game to end within the next, like, 10 minutes. I could be wrong, and they could get sniped a bunch, but...
It could have been 30.
Yeah.
It could have been less than 30, man.
It really... Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that's kind of interesting. That's how so far this match has played out, is that both teams have kind of just let them... Once they marked a square in a row, they kind of just, like, said... All right, they got it, right?
Yeah,
so
nothing
far
has been sniped.
Yeah.
Wait, what Korok is this?
This is one of the ponds, kind of like, it's right. I think this pond isn't cold, but all the ones around this are like ice cold.
Does that doesn't count, does it?
I think it might. The Korok, dude, the boundaries on Koroks are so weird. Let me pull up the map.
It is. It's
like the towers are. It's something else.
I guess.
Let me pull up.
Not even in Hebra. Yeah, I can see it. They're
100%. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No one's gonna knock this out actually really fast. He's in a great spot to get Hebra Koroks. There's like 2 in a... Oh wow, how many does he have actually? Because there was like 2 right below him almost where he was at, like in in the canyon. Sorry, Apple. Yeah.
I was like, no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no. He's dying. He's voiding out here.
He's not gonna make it.
He's gonna void out. Oh no, he's gonna game over. I think his health ticked.
Well, he ate the food right before.
No, but I think he ate the food. His health ticked, and then he voided out, and then he got fairy. Okay. Whew, that was scary.
Oh man,
that was really scary. he jumps in to get the hearty salmon. Good play. Get some of that food back. Okay, so Zin is doing creatures. He's waiting for his sheep to spawn in.
It's kind of a fruitless endeavor.
I would have to agree. There's no point in going for this. There's just no point.
It's a fruitless endeavor.
He's trying to contest row 1, but row 1 is
going to be cleared.
Yeah.
Contesting row 1 would have been grabbing the Hebra Koroks.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Because that would be... It's quick. Apple's going to be done with it soon.
Unless he dies a bunch. Which is possible.
Well, yeah, it is possible. It's Hebra.
It is Hebra.
Oh, we will see.
He only needs 4 more though, and there's a lot of Koroks in Hebra.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot.
A lot of Koroks.
This is why I say 6 Hebra Koroks is not that bad. Okay, you guys don't like... No one likes Hebra, all right? It's fine. But getting 6 Koroks is not that bad.
Yeah, you're right. Once you look at the map, it just seems so intimidating, but then you look at the map and you're like, that's not bad at all.
You don't even have to
you only need one thing, and that's what Apple has, and that's a 1x cold resistance food. And assuming you have that, you can just smuggle a lit torch.
Exactly.
You're good.
It's pretty clear game. And then while Apple is here, he's just gonna go grab a Frost Talus.
So yeah. Assuming he kills the Frost Talus on the first try, they're not gonna have any issues.
It's gonna be fairly GG, like
it's possible no one snipes the Talus though, right? Like, he's already at Ancient Collins basically. That was a really clean BTB.
I think the Talus would be the best move by Team B right now.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. That's like the only way they'd stay in this game. But I mean, Noman. I just looked at Noman's food. It does not look super strong. I don't think he has a lot of weapons either, so I'm not sure how he would be able to take down a Frost Talus like quickly.
Yeah, Tapir has the best chance of taking down the Frost Talus.
That's true. Tapir's stacked, but he's also like
really far.
Yeah, nowhere near it. I guess he might have a war point, but
Tapir has many warp points though.
yeah.
With 7 towers, that's a lot of different places to go. You know, doable. It opens up a lot of setups too.
Mm-hmm. But it looks like Tapir is committed to towers at this point. He's just gonna go to Tendo Tower, and I think he only needs like one more after this.
Yeah, and it's a good play. It's an absolutely good play. It's kind of a lengthy play, but everything else on, other than cream of mushroom soup, is pretty lengthy.
I think that's smart for them not to go for cream of mushroom soup, to be honest, because they know that they could just be sitting on it, and they might just be waiting for the snipe, basically. So I think if you're gonna go for towers, you hard commit for it, and that's what Tapir's doing, which I think is the right play. One of the biggest mistakes I think you can make in bingo is thinking I'll just do towers along the way.
No, you have to commit to towers. Yeah.
You gotta commit. You gotta commit hard, and it doesn't matter when you do it. But in my opinion, committing later is usually the better play. Because trying to do towers like along the way with other things wastes so much time that basically you're going to
the fire.
Oh no, Apple died. Where do you think he's gonna? Well, he's doing Korok, so he should have decent auto saves.
Yeah, it should be fine. It should be just right here.
Yeah.
He's got 2 Koroks left. That's it. And he can stick around the edges and it won't be absolutely terrible.
So Zin did end up getting 10 creatures in Compendium, but I mean,
okay,
yeah,
so
team A will see that and be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like I'm 2 Koroks away or whatever he's at.
Yeah, like so Zin is gonna rush shrines at this point, I think.
There's no way he gets 6
He's
shrines done in the
There's
time.
no way he's gonna get 6 shrines before Apple can get 2 Koroks.
Yeah.
But that's what I assumed Zin's thought process would be, is to get Compendium and then try to get shrines.
Ooh, Apple is actually
Don't make it easy for him.
Yeah,
Apple.
he is making it possible. He doesn't have his torch lit anymore. He missed that wind bomb. He's gonna.
You oh, you could jump to this from the ledge.
Oh, he missed it though. He's running low on time. I don't think he's gonna get. Oh.
He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it.
Oh, he missed
no!
Oh, he missed it twice. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh man.
Okay, this again. There's no way Zin gets.
There's still no way. There's still no way. Apple's making it interesting,
but it doesn't even matter, right? Even if he got 16 shrines, even if he got it, right?
See, and that wind bomb back was clean. He's just gonna get this one really quick.
Yeah, no, he missed. He had to blow up his square again.
Apple's toying with us right now.
The thing is it doesn't even matter if they get 16 shrines because he just has to get 6 Hour Koroks, and he's here and he's just way ahead. So row 1 is gone. I mean, like I already consider it secured more or less for team A. So it's really just gonna come. Oh,
actually, right now Zin's time is being wasted.
GG. I'm calling GG just because I didn't even see Tapir. Tapir went to Tano to do cream and mushroom soup. No, so now they just need to clean up their Koroks and clean up their towers, and it's basically over.
They don't even have to kill a Frost Talus anymore.
Yeah.
Now, what's Apple gonna do after getting Korok?
Why didn't Zin get cream of mushroom soup when he was in Hateno?
I have no idea. That would have been a good move. Like he wasn't even going for it.
So it looks like now Noman is going to start working on Heber Koroks, which was the play.
Forever ago.
Like 10 minutes ago, yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, though, I think it's a lost cause.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've kind of cemented it.
So this is a really interesting game though, because there's only been one row that actually has actual contention, being row 1. I think I think all 4 of these players have not really done a row control before.
that row never had contention.
Yeah, I would agree. Like it
Was
was a
basically
fruitless contention.
yeah, it was basically locked in anyway.
Yeah. I think the
No, had
next time
Zin
these
been a
players
lot
play, they're
closer
going to
to
focus really
shrines,
hard on doing that. Go ahead.
had Zin been a lot closer to shrines, I'd probably give you the contention, but
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't there yet, you know?
Yeah.
I think that diverted focus was like not good. Like getting the camera,
Yeah. There was a lot of
focusing
time.
on the creatures, like it had Zin gone for shrines right then instead of going for the towers or instead of going for the camera. That could have been a quick 16 shrines.
Yeah, but even then, though, it's still the same situation, just a different square. They get the 16 shrines, and then they just still need to get Hebrakorax. In order for them to really contend it, they contest it. They would have had to get Hebrakorax first, and then Noman or Apple and Tapir would have been like, "Crap, are we going for camera? Or are we trying to finish out shrines?" And then they probably would have went to finish out shrines, and Zin would have had the head start, and then he would have clutched that row out by forcing it into a 10 creature scenario. And
Exactly.
that's what I think he was maybe thinking, but it was just a slight misplay on his part.
Well, Noman and Zin never went to Hebron at all. Neither of them. And I think
Noman I think was heading there right
close.
as
Yeah, it was going,
it was
but it
getting
was
marked off.
it was way too late. Like
Yeah.
I still think that would have been a great maneuver to at least start those Koroks, and then try for a Frost Talus.
Yeah. I mean, this whole game can be attributed to just the insane early game from Tapir and Apple. They got like 5 squares like in less than 10 minutes.
It was that early castle play. That's what nailed it in. That early castle play gave him Royal's Guard equipment, Zelda's Diary, and Boomerang in less than 3 minutes.
Yeah. I'm not sure what tower this is for Tapir. He did Great Plateau. This is a Tenno. He did Ridgeland to Bantha. I think I saw him do Central. So this puts him at 5, maybe?
It's pretty close. So right now, if Zin and Noman were to try and have a chance, it would be to kill a Frost Talus. But even that won't stop anything.
Oh yeah, no. I mean it's basically over. It's just the fact that Tapir committed so early to towers, and the fact that he got cream of mushroom soup. It's basically just GG.
Apple is just nonchalantly starting Meadow because why not?
Yeah, I guess it's a little contingency plan just in case somehow.
Just in case.
I mean they don't know. Maybe one of them committed to towers, right? And that's what they're thinking. Like,
well, I mean, Apple and Tapir are talking, so so like Apple knows Tapir's getting the towers. It's basically locked down, but he's just like, well, I'll just get the Divine Beast anyway.
Yeah, I mean maybe they're thinking like maybe Zinpars is on his 7th tower right now. We should maybe start Divine Beast just in case. But
I mean, why wouldn't you just go for Frost Talus? I still feel like a Frost Talus is way faster than an entire Divine Beast.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. And he has a hammer too. So, but I guess Frost House, they don't all have their ore on the back, do they?
Not
they
all.
might. Oh, okay. I don't know my Frost Houses very well.
He could also just pick up a bunch of wait, did he sell the elixir? Okay. Oh, actually, Apple also has a mighty elixir.
Oh yeah.
So you know that would make a Frost Talus a cinch.
Yeah.
And maybe that is what he's going for. He's grabbing a bunch of arrows.
It's Pure doing a modified bombs BTB to Lake Tower, and then I suspect I'm not 100% sure, but I think this will be a 6th tower, and then he'll just do a quick super over to Baron and close the game out.
Is Zin going for Meadow? Don't understand.
Probably. I think right now, Zin and Noman are thinking, okay, we need to get Frost Chalice, and we need to get one Divine Beast main quest, so that way we force the 7 towers, then we'll race them to towers. But little do they know
that Tapir's already
on 6 towers, basically. Yeah. Noman's doing towers. Oh wait, well, I don't know actually.
Okay, so
Noman's doing towers and Zin's doing Divine Beast, but maybe Noman's thinking like I'll go pick up the Frost Talus on my way to Hebra or something, like Hebra Tower. That's my best guess, because they need Frost Talus if they wanted to win this match.
Exactly. Right now. The moment that Tapir got cream of mushroom soup is when I would have been like, okay, someone needs to get a Frost Chalice. I think it's really funny that Team Swiss is going for Meadow and Team US is going for Towers. You know, again, the split makes some sort of sense. But it's the last square is going to be Towers by Tapir.
Yeah, that was actually Tapir's 7th one. That wasn't even a 6. He's done already. So that's
There
GG.
we go. Sub 45.
Yeah. See if we can get our players in here for interviews. That's a good match.
Man, ain't knocked out the winner of Bingo Bash, man.
Hello.
Hello, GG.
GG's.
Oh God, I threw that.
It was a tough,
failed. I think I
a
failed
tough
like every
start.
win bomb. We both
Yeah, you guys,
died.
you
It was
guys.
a tough start.
Yeah, it really was.
Hello.
Yo, GG.
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 GG's.
Tapir's move going straight to castle was pure brilliance.
That was a big power play.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you were just so
Definitely big
quickly.
He
Yeah,
barely
also
got any
thought
food.
it
He
was
just
fast.
dipped.
We were talking about it. We were like, oh, one of us should go castle right now. And he marks the square, Royal Guards equipment. We're like, huh? He's at castle?
Yeah, like it was bow, arrow, potlet, axe, maybe a couple peppers, and then he just went straight to the tower. WTB.
Nice.
Really
Definitely play.
strong early game from you guys though. I mean, the Boko equipment was actually like really big because this whole game is gonna end on row 4, and that just gave you guys a leg up right from the start.
Actually, row 1 was the thing that decided this game. Because if we had gotten 6 Hebra Koroks, then we would have
Hebras had
most likely
decided this
gotten row
game.
1.
God, I
I've
hate
been
Hebra Koroks.
complaining the whole time that no one went to Hebra early to get 6 Hebra Koroks.
I was really surprised you committed to 10 creatures then.
Well,
I mean, you have 20 creatures on the board as well, so you can.
no, the problem
Kind
was,
of-
like,
Well, but you guys had that roll already.
Yeah.
the thing is, we saw that they were going to get row 4 and row 5, so we had to commit to row 1.
I
And
see.
I told Norman to go to Hebra Koroks, and I did camera.
Gotcha.
Because
I
we needed
went to
all 3 in
Rito.
that row.
Yeah.
When I got to Rito, they had already marked Hebra Koroks.
Yeah, at that point, like Apple was already working through like Hebra Koroks. So it was basically a
them, though.
wash. Yeah, they sucked.
Shitty ass Koroks.
They were really bad. You got some of the easy ones along the edges.
We had no plan going in. Like I asked Zin, I was like, Zin, what's the plan? And he looks at the board and he goes, I've never done row lockout before. On row control, I don't know.
It was so hard to route, in my opinion, because like there were some easy goals, and then lots of longer goals, in my opinion, like 12 Koroks, 7 towers, a full desert vow set.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
every round had
already
1 or 2 really hard ones. I feel a
I
comparison.
already said we should like get 9 region Koroks early, because if you would have gotten that, we would have had to do full desert vote set or undefeated champ. That would have both been really bad.
Oh yeah.
I actually thought about
committed
getting
for
the
that
Richland
row.
Koroks when I was there, but then I decided to just rush 10 shrines first. Because, to be fair, I'm not sure how good the 10 shrines call was, but I didn't know what to do, so I would just start doing shrines.
Zin, you didn't go for cream or mushroom soup when you were Hiteno, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that Apple was in Meadow, so they would get row 4 anyway.
Ah, I see.
Also,
I did the stone tiles just now.
Yeah, he just started it.
Actually, I thought it was the quest Killer Frost Talus, so I thought it was a Meadow Square. Until just now.
Oh.
Gotcha.
But I don't think that would have changed anything.
No, I mean, I thought that Frost Talus was a really easy, like, quick one, but Hey, you guys managed to do it without killing a Frost Talus, so
I
you know,
mean,
that
it's
roll
kind
was
of
completed.
Frostile is not really fun because you need either a lot of fire or a lot of bomb arrows to really do them well.
Mhm.
Because else they're just gonna freeze you and you die often pretty
Yeah,
easy.
Frost House is actually really hard to kill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
so
preferred it.
my play
to
was
towers.
go into like flight range, get the free 20 bomb arrows from Tiba, and then just kill the frost House with those and with the falcon bow.
Well, yeah,
With
and you
my-
had the mighty elixir, so it
Yeah,
wouldn't have been
as well.
too bad a play.
But yeah, I would say we lost too many squares early on. Then it was hard to come back.
Yeah, like
We both had
we
rough
were still
starts.
planning what we were doing, and you guys were marking squares left and right, and we were like, "Oh God, what is happening?"
Yeah, I
We
mean,
were like really committing for like the fast early goals.
mhm.
Dude, and that was the game changer, was getting all those fast early goals.
It gave you
Yeah.
a lot more options.
Mhm.
Mm.
Because like getting Boomerang and Zelda's Diary and then getting Royal Guards and give Beetle a Beetle, it basically forced you guys into a situation where those 2 rows were going to be way harder for you to catch up on, and then you
I
had to
was
also focus on the ones that you were doing already.
I was amazed that you could give Beetle the Beetle so early. How did you
I mean,
how did you
I
do
mean,
that?
the time is like at 5:15 morning, so I
So
just
the
did a
Beetle
route
at
to.
plateau.
Yeah, exactly. I just
It
got a
was
beat like next
you-
to Shrine of Resurrection.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was
See,
And then
like a
with
lot
the
of them.
there.
Riverside Stable.
That was like a super nice way to actually route this because I could like get the Bokoblin club below the tower, then wind bump up to like the camp where the podlet is.
So
And
you
just run
actually
around, get the eggs
you
and
actually
everything.
lucked out on that Boko equipment. Zin was there first but died. And then
Yeah.
Oh no.
then you grabbed it.
I
He
was
opened-
so focused.
Yeah, I ran
on,
into a wall first.
I was so focused on
That
how
was
to kill the
awesome.
Boko that I just forgot to open my paraglider.
Ah, fuck. Oh no. I just dropped the bomb.
It was a good start.
Yeah, I also dropped a bomb, but then I died.
The amount of times I died in this bingo, this is more than I've ever died in a bingo before. It
You're
was
just,
incredible.
I know that feeling though. I think we all know it. It's like your mind is going like through 10 different things at once when you're doing bingo, right? You're like, okay, I need to go here. I need to remember to pick up this. And when your head is doing like all those like micro calculations, and then on
You
top of
just
that, you're
fail
doing
a turn wind
movement.
bomb.
Yeah, like you're doing movement that you've never done before. Like, and you're just not focused on your actual mechanics of doing the wind bomb, and then you miss one wind bomb. It's like, well, I'm gonna miss the next 3 because I forgot to blow up my bomb, or
Exactly,
you know
yeah.
how it goes.
Or
We
like
all know how it goes.
snapback goes back to the square
Yeah.
bomb, and then you blow yourself up, and then you go all the way before Gerudo Tower. You have to unmark it.
Yeah. Oh God. There's nothing worse than missing one wind bomb, because then the threat of missing 10 more after it from tilt is so real.
I had some
Um,
awful auto saves as well. Like I grabbed like the extra heart, the pot lid, all the food, the axe. I hit a tree on the wind bomb to the mud pit, and I died. And then I go all the way back to the Temple of Time, the top.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's why Noman was in flat for a little longer, because he had to
Yeah.
go grab all the other items.
I saw that
It was
death.
bad.
I saw that death, but I didn't see where you respawned. That's brutal. Holy.
And then I remember after Gerudo Tower, I warped to Mag. I grabbed a bunch of food. I did a turn wind bomb, and then I failed a fast midair. Then I got snapped back and died. Went all the way back before Gerudo Tower.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
I feel like I was just stunlocked by the game.
Autosave Stunlock.
Oh my god.
This was an
That's
interesting
actually
format, though, I would
pretty
say.
fast, right?
I really like row control, actually. This is the first one I've encountered, and it's really interesting.
And
Yeah,
it's also
you
like
can really force your
way different.
Oh yeah, because you can
The
force the
route
other
session.
team into such tough positions in comparison to Lockout, right? Like in a regular game or a Lockout, when you get sniped, like whatever, you move on to the next goal and you don't have to think that hard about it, right? But if you get sniped in this, or not even sniped, but like any goal that the other team gets, like affects your decisions like right away almost.
Well, yeah, because in the beginning you said when a row is sniped here, it's like sniping 2 or 3. But it
Mhm.
honestly turned out to where when a row is sniped here, it's like sniping like 4 or 5. Because you're changing like the entire thought process of like, okay, we need to go for rows we can get. And you like
Yeah. And it changes maybe the ones you're going to plan to get in other rows too, maybe too. So yeah, it's pretty
There's a
brutal.
lot more route changes, I guess, or even change of strategy.
Yeah.
it forces strategy changes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say though, it really just amplifies the importance of quick goals. Like quick goals are important in every game of bingo, especially Lockout. But I feel like in this variation, especially, like getting those any Boko equipments and those rusty equipments and all those ones that you can do like within the first 2 minutes of the start of bingo, just have so much weight because it really puts you farther behind than you'd think in comparison. Because
The momentum
you're
was
just gonna have to do
huge.
a harder goal to catch up. You know what I mean?
Like
Yeah.
we didn't have to get any divine beast or upgrade any armor.
Yeah,
Because
I thought we were gonna go cameraless for a second before Zen got it.
yeah,
I was
it
actually,
was almost going to be a cameraless match.
yeah,
Yeah, I plan to not do camera first because for 3 goes in 3 different rows, it was probably not worth it, at least at the start. But yeah, like they kind of forced us to get to all of row 1, so we had to do it.
mhm,
Yeah, it made sense.
yeah.
Like you just had to start that way faster, or someone had to claim Koroks.
Mm,
But that's also like such a pain.
We were so
yeah.
certain that the Apple or Tapir were doing Meadow, and I was like, okay, I can do Hebrew Koroks. And then I look over and then 6 Hebrew Koroks marked. I'm like, what? How? How did that
Tapir?
even
No,
happen?
I was like my thought process was Sin got the 10 creatures in compendium. Also, he got the 10 shrines. So he has more shrines than me because I was going for the 10 shrines as well, but then stopped because I saw you got it.
Oh.
So my thought process was you pretty much can get 16 shrines for free. So I have to get Hebrew Koroks or me or Tapir, so you don't snipe that row from us.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
just went full monkey on Hebrew Koroks.
Oh wow.
we were really afraid that you guys would snipe 7 towers because no one got the Gerudo tower. Like, oh shit. And then same with Cream and Mushroom
Ah.
Soup. When we saw the creatures of compendium, it's like, oh, that's like a free square for using Charity and Hateno. But I was like kind of going to the Hateno tower, and I'm like, I'll just go all the way to Hateno and pray that I get it before someone else does.
Yeah, no, we thought row 4 was yours anyway. Because, as I said, we thought that Killer Frost House was part of Divine Beast or of Metal.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah, we're sure you're gonna do that. So yeah, row 4 for sure. Doesn't matter if we get any other goals in
Fair.
there.
No, I was like, row 4, I can still do that. I can still do like all of that. But like row 1, I was pretty limited to Hebrew Koroks and couldn't really get on anything else.
Man, I'm salty. I want to run it back.
What do you
You
guys
can,
want
wanna-
and
Bingo take?
maybe in Bingothon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's where the real win matters, right?
All right.
And
Yeah, yeah.
44 minutes says the.
Yeah. What do you guys
Okay.
gonna submit as your time estimate? I feel like that was probably on the shorter end. I mean, you
Yeah,
guys
that
only
was definitely
Yeah.
had
shorter
one
end,
row
I'd
that was
say.
contested.
That was
at
on the
all.
shorter end. Yeah.
But I can't imagine that these games will ever really reach like a long lockout, and by long lockout I mean a normal board that just takes a while. That goes to maybe the 25th square. Because I can't imagine a row control that goes to the 25th square. I mean, you guys would have to be
That would
contesting
be
literally
so
every
rough.
single row at the same
Oh,
time.
man.
So
Yeah,
that
we'll
would
do it for a marathon, you know?
yeah, possible.
It's good. I got the thinking of how row control works now. It's good.
Mm.
I feel like I had no clue in the beginning, but like I feel like by the end of it, I was like, oh, now I get what I'm supposed to do.
I'm probably still gonna be lost out during the routing, but like you figure it out along the way, I think. And depending on what the enemies get, you have to change your routing anyway.
Yeah, so I feel like there's like an early routing strategy, and then you have to rethink it
Yeah,
after squares are gotten.
You really can't. You have to almost prevent yourself from thinking too far ahead. It's really just like, okay, let's get our opening strat of like 2 to 6 goals. Like, what are the first few things we're going to work on, and then after that, you like reassess the situation, because you just have to look at the board in a different way. You know, like when you're doing lockout, you just look for 13 squares that you can get, and if something gets snagged, you just add something to the list. But this, you really gotta like focus on what rows you want to go for and the status of each one, like as the match is progressing, like after every square is marked off.
Yeah. I feel like we should also, like, what we didn't do that much this time was like figuring out the enemy strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were like, okay, what do we want to get? Probably like row 2, maybe row 3 before they snipe Gerudo Tower. And then at some point it struck us that they are guaranteed to get row 4 and row 5,
Mm-hmm.
and that we have to fight about row 1.
Yeah. I guess almost like predicting, it's always going to come down to one row, right? Like I feel like most of these matches, assuming everyone's kind of on the same skill level, one team's going to get more or less 2 rows, the other team's going to get the other 2 rows, not for free, but fairly uncontested maybe. But it's always going to come down to that 5th in some way or another. And I think predicting which row is going to end up being that 5th row is really powerful, because then you can maybe start working towards those goals slightly early on and have a little bit of a lead on it. Like Tapir committed to 7 towers hard and fast, which I think was a really good play, because it while you guys kind of just gave row 4 to them, they were probably under the impression that it was like one of their more easily sniped ones, maybe, just because they knew you could get cream of mushroom soup at any point.
Well, yeah, for the longest time, row 4 only had vocal equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of it was open. But like the
Yeah,
fact
so
that
that's
Tapir
the
was
thing.
rushing towers was like pivotal in them like having claim on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good match, especially considering you guys have never done a row control before, like all of you. So I'm really
It's a lot
excited
of fun
to
as
see.
well.
Yeah, it's a nice mix up. There's a few other variations of lockout that might be interesting to do as well, like Connect 5. That's it usually ends up just becoming a lockout, but you basically are just trying to get 5 in a row.
It's like a mind game.
Yeah.
We thought about doing an invasion actually for the submission, but I'm not sure if that's going to work in a 2v2.
Good point. How would that work? Yeah, I don't know.
Probably be a bit unbalanced, because like one person can start doing goals further down the row.
Yeah, like that would be kind of broken. Like you would work on the first row and then your teammate would work on the second row, and they would be 1 Korok away from finishing it, and they're just waiting for you to finish the first row or something. Yeah.
Yeah, will probably be like a really big invasion in like 1 or 2 minutes. So
I think
I just thought we would just go with this.
Yeah, row control and Connect 5 though, I think would both translate really well to Breath of the Wild.
True.
This is a lot more punishing than a normal lockout. It was like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, it is. It is.
it's like as soon as somebody gets like 2 squares in a row, it's like you have to switch priority to go for that row, or they just get a point. They just get that row.
Yeah. Yeah, no. The amount of pressure you can apply to another team is way stronger in this, I feel like, than in lockout.
Well, and what's interesting is in the early stage, you could have like a judge, and then you make it either row control or column control, based on like how things are set up.
Yeah, that's a good point, because I feel like some boards are probably just not really good for this. Like imagine a board that has 3 really easy goals in like every row, and it's just a matter of who can get those 3 goals first, and then the game would end really soon. So I feel like if we were able to somehow generate a row control specific board, it'd be really cool, just to make sure that like each row had a good balance of objectives. But maybe I don't know, maybe the generator
This one ended up being fairly balanced, I think, because
this is a good one.
You want enough hard tasks in a row and enough easy tasks in a row, and I think it matched out pretty well.
Yeah, I think the board was pretty good.
I don't know. Just because I lost, I'm gonna say I don't know.
About the idea
Fair
about
enough.
column control, I think that wouldn't work on the layout for the Ream stream.
Oh
But
no,
I'm
it'd
not
be the
sure.
same.
Yeah,
no.
it doesn't change. It doesn't change anything.
It would still work because we do manual scoring basically
okay.
for
I
row
see.
control. Yeah, so it'd be no different. That's one of my
Yes.
favorite emotes to be. But yeah, that's about it for us right now. We have a co-op blackout scheduled for 7:30, so in like an hour, and then after that there will be another 2v2 lockout, not row control, just regular lockout, between myself and Shtwemp versus Tay and Taco Sensei.
That's cool.
But yeah, with that, we will be rating Nkira.
It's the second one.
Second one, thank you. Be sure to give them some love. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you
In an
in
hour.
like an hour, yeah, for more bingo action.